开始。
Okay, let's get started. Today's topic is AVL tree rotation. So why do we need to rotate an AVL tree? The problem is that for a typical binary tree, we have got some tree structures like this. In this case, we can see that the tree is well balanced and its time complexity for insertion and deletions is just O log n. But if we, but in the worst case, we can find that a tree may look something like this. This causes problem because there is only one branch in the whole tree and everything is connected in serial. So when we need to access this node, we need to go through all of these nodes in the middle. And this causes the insertion and deletion time complexity to be big of n. So how do we prevent this from happening? We need to rotate the branch when it is necessary. So when do we need to rotate the branch? We define the so-called balance factor to be the depth of left subtree minus depth of right subtree. So, for example, let's see these examples. This is just a root node, and what's its balance factor? Because it doesn't have any child, so it is 0 minus 0, which is 0. What about this tree? This is composed of 2 nodes, and for the number 2 node, it is same as the previous because it has no child. And for the first node, we can see that there's one left subtree and its depth is 1, and no right subtree. So it is 1 minus 0, which is 1. What about this tree? This is similar. The second node is just 0, and the first node, we can see there's no left tree, but one right tree with depth 1, so it's minus 1. Okay, what about this tree? This is also very simple. We just adopt the previous methods, and we get 0, 1, 2 for their balance factor. And what about the zigzag one? The third is also 0. For the second one, because there's a right tree, so it is minus 1. And for the first node, we can see that it has a left subtree with depth 2, so it is actually 2. Okay. So now we can see the definition of the balance factor, and we declare that we need to rotate when any of the node here is greater than 1 or less than negative 1. For example, this is a tree that we need to rotate, and this is also a tree that we need to rotate. So let's see how we can rotate in various examples. This is a tree with 0, negative 1, and negative 2 balance factors. So we focus on this node because it has got a balance factor that exceeds negative 1 or less than negative 1. So what we do is to just make the second node here to be the root node and append this at here at its left child, and remains the third part at its own position. And so in this way, we can see that the depth from 2 changes to 1, and this is called left rotation. because you can intuitively imagine it is bending towards the left. And what about this example? Similarly, we can calculate its balance factor 0, 1, and 2. We choose the second node and make it a root node and append the first node downwards. And make the third one remain the same. So this is called the right rotation. Let's see more complicated examples. What about the zigzag one? We can calculate its balance factor. This is 1 and this is 0, -1, and 2. So what if we just adopt the right rotation? We can let the second vertex to be here and the first one to be downwards. But where can we put the third one? By the rule of rotation, actually we have to put it here. But we can see that actually it doesn't reduce the depth of the tree. So this is not feasible. So what we typically do is to first rotate the last two nodes. We adopt a left rotation to let the tree to be a straight line, like this. And then we do a right rotation. So you may ask, what about if we have some small child on the seventh node? For example, in this way, we find that if we simply just let the left to be the left and the right to be the right, and we need to append a third node to the parent, but this is not legal because it can only adopt at most 2 nodes. So where do we put the 4? Intuitively, let me draw this better. So actually, the horizontal position of the 4 is to the right of the 1. So we also want the 4 here to be the right of the 1. So it is actually here. And it is also to the left of the 2, which also agrees here. So we just simply shift this from here to here. And also, symmetrically, we can do this with this configuration. So also we need to first put the first and third node to its position. And then we figure out where the 4 can be placed. We can see F4 is to the left of 1 and to the right of 2. So it is actually here. This is how we rotate in general. And let's see a more complicated example here. Okay, the task we need to do is to delete node 5 and then node 7. And we use in order successor. So what in order successor means is simply that if we delete node 5, then we choose the node that is most close to the 5 horizontally, which is in this case 4, and also to the left of 5. So we simply delete this node, and then we replace the node 2 here. So then the 5 is deleted. But now we need to investigate whether this tree is balanced. Let's calculate the balance factor for all the nodes. So for the 2, it's 0 and -1, and this is 2, and this is because left tree has depth 3 and right tree have depth 2, so it is 1. And for this part, they are both 0 and this is 0. So actually, wait a minute. Okay, so we find that here is the node that is, oh, I'm sorry. Successor actually means that we need to find the node to the right that is most close to the root node. So actually we need to delete 6 and replace the root node to the 6. So in this case, we can recalculate all of these. This is -1, this is 1, and this is actually 1. Here, this is 0. Okay, so we have already deleted 5. So, and then we find this tree balanced. And then we continue to delete the node 7. So because it has only one child, we just simply delete it and connect it to the root here. And now we recalculate all these balance factors. We find that the right subtree becomes depth 1. So now the balance factor is 3 minus 1, which is 2. So how do we tackle this? So we need to do a right rotation to let 3 be the root node, and then we just copy all the nodes below it. And for the 4, we treat it differently. Okay, where do we put the 4? It is to the right of 3 and to the left of 6. So where is here to the left of 3 and to the right of 6? It's here. So look, now we calculate the balance factor again, and we see that it is balanced. So that is how we delete node and also do the ABL rotation and fix the tree. Any questions?